he writes for, okay, wonderful. Take care. Okay, fine. So, a very good evening to everyone. And I hope all are doing well with good mood, wonderful health, and completely, feeling cozy in this weather. So, um, we are now today going to start a beautiful, what we can say, uh, that I cannot say it's a topic. It's basically it's a new career field for many, and in fact, it's a very interesting and very creative field, and that is something which is known as voiceover. And in case somebody wants to share their experiences, what they know about voiceover, they can just bear with me. Okay, all right. So basically, today we are going to know something about the secrets of voiceover, as we can make out from the name, that is voiceover. And this field is related to your voice, and it's a very interesting field nowadays. People who really love singing, who really love to talk to people, who really love to write scripts, who really love to contribute in content writing, they all can actually make their career or even as a passion as a voiceover artist. So a lot of people are still searching for the details of voiceover. And even in Indore also, we have so many studios where we actually go and record our voices. The more I will go in deeper into it, we'll discuss more about it. So this is something which is voiceover. I've just uh, put it down, the definition. It's a production technique. It requires mic, it requires a background, it requires a lot of lighting system. So this is something, voiceover is a production technique in which vocal performance is recorded in a studio. So it has a particular mic, and it is also recorded for films, television, radio, and audiobooks. We might have seen that nowadays, a lot of people who are, preferring to read rather than reading, listening books on various platforms, various apps. And there are many podcasts also are there on Spotify, which is one of the apps. Another is Amazon. So these are some of the apps where you can find the wonderful voices of different artists. So basically, there are some elements of voiceover. And just give me a minute. These are some of the elements of good voiceover. It's not only about that if your voice is good, then only you can perform well. It's nothing like that. Basically, in this particular area, we need a lot of training to actually make our voice as per the choices. For example, if you want to become a newsreader, so there is a script which would be provided for newsreader, and there is a way of communication, there is a way of modulation of voice, which is required specifically for newsreading. So these are some of the elements of good voice over, like audio clarity and volume, pacing, tone, pronunciation. So these are all the, what we can say, essential elements which are required for this profession. However, there are many people who are really not very good in voice, but then they have this passion. There are many apps, there are many technical tools, softwares are also there, which actually makes your voice suitable for this profession. Okay, another one is, okay, these are some of the scriptures and the data which I have collected, but then, yes, I will not read it out. I'll just explain it. That what are the secrets of voiceover? How we can actually, um, make ourselves so trained for this platform. So first, which is there, is master your voice control. Even when in spirituality also, when we get so many thoughts, the first thing, a lot of spiritual gurus, they prefer, or they guide you to breathe. So in the same way, when you want to work on your voice, the first thing is breathing. Proper breathing control is very important. And there are many artists who really give trainings how to breathe, how to, train your voice through proper breathing, pitch and tone. We all in the, in the organization or in the society, we all have some tone to talk. Few people talk very politely. Few people talk rudely. That is something tone. The tone is also important for voiceover. Pitch, pacing. Pitch is all about how high, how loudly you are basically talking, or how much, slow you are talking. It's all about pitch and tone. Another one is pacing and pause. So we all have even learned that we cannot say one sentence in the, in one go. We need to pause somewhere. So in the same way, during this profession, when we train somebody's voice, we train them how to, pause your voices, pause your sentences, sorry. Then another thing is articulation. Articulation is might be that, in Hindi we might have heard some of the tongue twisters. You can also suggest something in Hindi, English. In Hindi, there is a very famous tongue twister. Chandu ki chacha ne chandu ki chachi ko chandni chौक पे चांदी की चम्मच से चटनी चटाई. This is all what? This is all tongue twisters. So basically, to for a great voiceover artist, articulation is important, and for that, it is important to practice a lot of tongue twisters. Then understand the script. For example, there are many artists who record their voice for cartoon, maybe for news reading, maybe for films. So they have some scripts. So according to that, they have to add some emotions into it. And then this is a vocal technique, basically. And then only we can actually perform as per that particular character. So understand the script through tone, pacing, characterization, understanding the audience. Even characterization is very, very important, because if any, for example, if somebody wants to perform a role of an angry person, so that tone would be like an angry person. If that person is, want to articulate the voice as per children, or even as per infant. So that feeling, that emotions, that tone, that pace should be according to that. And the most important is character. So the emotional range is very important in this. Work on your emotional recall, like, personal experiences. For example, there are many, even in film industry or even in RJ, even if you all are interested in radios, in radio, RJ, when talks, or they actually tells you a lot of stories. During the storytelling, they say that this girl has gone to that boy, and then boy said, "Oh, you're so late." So this is something which is tone. So there is an emotion behind it. Might be that particular situation has happened in your life also. So whenever we train any of the voiceover artists, whosoever want to become artists, that particular voice gets trained as per that situation, as per that those emotions. Then another thing is warm up your voice. Basically, in this particular field, we all need to practice a lot, because voice control is something which is very important. We all have heard the humming sound. Even during when we say om, when we say om. So this humming is also equally important to train your voice for this particular profession. And just give me a minute. I'll just take 1 minute. Okay. So this humming sound also we have to practice to go more deeper to understand your vocal cords. Before recording any of the voices in the studio, we need to practice some humming sounds also. And even we need to hydrate ourselves at the time of recording. Another thing is to work with the microphone technique. So there are many microphones which are available in the market with different sounds. I mean, with different kind of what we can say technologies. So even as it is written, generally about 6 to 12 inches works well, but adjust based on your volume. So if you want to record voice loudly, slowly, in the closed environment, in the open environment, you can choose the mic as per your requirement. Now, learn to take direction. Basically, this is basically there are many trainers which are there. They really guide you how to modulate the voice, how to work on it, what should be the tone, everything. And the most important in everything is practice, practice, practice. So voiceover, whosoever is more interested in cartoons, to do dubbings, or even to participate into any kind of what we can say plays, or even on the television, they really need to practice a lot. Now create a professional demo reel. Now I want to just share something with you. It is when I was in the college, when I was doing my bachelor's, one of the organizations, they were long back, I'm talking about, it's been now 25 years ago. They were recording IVRs for the what we can say. There was a card which was available earlier, VC card or what was that? I don't remember exactly. And that card was basically to make a call to another country. So we dial some number from that card, and then there was a voice which was coming through IVR. Press 1 for English, press 2 for Spanish. It's like that. So I have actually in those days I have recorded my voice. That was my first, what we can say, experience. And it was wonderful. Even they also told me that why don't you make any demo? So even nowadays also there are many, or then there are many sites, websites are available where if you will give your demo voice, they really give you work. They give you some dollars for per hour or per day or as per their requirements for advertisements. Just you have to record your voice and they will recognize that your voice is suitable for what. Another thing is in this particular profession, be patient and build your network, which is very important. It's a very creative field. It's not, there is a online, I mean, there are two online platforms which are mentioned on the screen, voices.com and Fiverr. So these are online websites where you can register, you can give your demo, you can leave your audios, voices, and then these people will give you a lot of work. So basically in this, actually this field is very passionate field, creative field, and it requires loads of patience, lots of patience. Okay. Another thing is invest in the right equipment. So a lot of people actually they design their studios, soundproofing studios, even the soundproof space, audio interface, sorry, and headphones, so that you can hear your own voice. Even there is one beautiful exercise which I'm showing you right now. If you will actually fold your ear like this and you will read the book like this, you can hear your voice. You can hear your own voice. This is also one of the practices which we do on in voiceover. So recently I've started with some of the, listening to the advertisements. Now I'm trying to catch my kind of voice through listening to my own voice. I'm recording my voice in the phone, and I'm also trying to understand what kind of emotions I have in my voice. and where it is more beneficial. For example, yesterday I have attended one of the business meetings, and they said that your voice is really good for anchoring. Your voice is really good for, recording. And we can also promote our, advertisements. One of the restaurants, they said that we have just opened our restaurant and we need your voice for marketing purpose. This is a beautiful field, I would say. So we should know our industry, that where our requirement is. Then these are some of the 6 types of what we can say um, voiceovers. One is narration voiceover. Here, we all know that what is narration, that there are many of the documentaries which we are hearing on YouTube's, audiobooks, as I have mentioned earlier, educational videos. Even there are many trainers who are also making their own videos and they are posting on their websites, and they are promoting their businesses. So even these narrators are also helpful to build a story. We can also build our story. For example, there are many websites where you will find that there is a story of a there is a story or a poetry, and that is for teaching children how to narrate poetry, how to articulate everything. So specifically for storytelling, narration voiceover is very important. Another thing is commercial voiceover. This is designed to pursue the voice behind the ads you see on television or you hear on the radio. So this is for any product, any service, for selling, any kind of advertisement. So this is for the commercial purpose. As I said, for promotional, I have given one example. So there are many, people who are promoting their events. They're launching their products, maybe mobiles or any kind of products. So they really invite a lot of promotional voiceover. They record their voices, and they play on their websites. All right, this is also interesting. Animation voiceover, specifically for children also. And we might all have heard about, I don't remember the name of that artist, but that is Chota Bheem. That was earlier we were watching on television, Chota Bheem. So she was like, she was also articulating. Dubbing. Dubbing is one of the, what we can say, type of voiceover, and we can dub somebody's else's voice. For example, we might have seen that there are many of the South Indian movies which are getting dubbed in Hindi, so that we can watch that movie actually. The dubbing is also another field. As I said, radio and podcast. So podcast, a lot of people have this understanding of podcast is that there are two parties which are involved. One is an interviewer, another is who is, giving the interview. It's not necessary. In fact, it can be also solo podcast. We can also give solo podcast. In fact, you might have seen that there are many travelers are also making their podcast, that we have traveled to this particular country. We have seen this. We have tried and tried this kind of cuisine. That is also one of the podcasts. So another thing is interactive voiceover. As I said, you might be calling to the banks, to the telecom companies, to financial companies, or anywhere where you can listen to the IVR. Whenever we need any help to the and we dial number for to the customer care, we can actually we are hearing the voice of IVR, interactive voice response, IVR voices. So these are some of the types of voiceovers. Yeah. So this is a very short, what we can say, I've just prepared something. However, voiceover itself is a very big, what we can say, it's a vast field. One of the voiceover artists, I'll just tell you what are the exercises he told me to do, because to train my own voice, it's really, really interesting. The first thing he actually told me that, why don't you, Manisha, go for singing? So that you, even with your keyboard, because keyboard. So he suggested that why don't you take a keyboard with you, and you will understand that what kind of emotion you have and what kind of voice quality you have. So this is the suggestion which was given by him. Another thing he told me that why don't you go for listen to the ads. There are many advertisements like if you have like washing powder, Nirma. So this is something which is known as jingles. So to understand the jingles, we have to listen to the ads, even for in the female voice or for the male voice. Then even many tongue twisters are also there. So we can listen to the tongue twisters, and we can listen to the various podcasts, and we should really can write our own scripts. For example, if somebody is writing the advertisement and how that person wants to articulate that advertisement. So first we can listen to any of the advertisement, either it's Patanjali, either it's Zomato, either it's anything. We can actually practice that advertisement so that we can train our voice, we can understand our emotions, we can understand our articulation, we can understand our modulation. Yeah. So this was all about voiceover. It was very short introduction about this. Anything who knows more about it, want to discuss something, who have tried. Even I know one of the studios in Indore, and it's been now 10 years. They are actually calling all those senior citizens for singing old songs, because when you hear your voice right now and in the front of camera or in the front of, sorry, mic, the voice is completely different. Right now, it's a very normal voice, but we actually put mic in front of us, and the voice is completely different. Yeah. So this is all about voiceover. So now I would request Meenu Auntie and Shabana ji, Uma ji, if they really know, Anurag, if you really know about voiceover. This forum is open now. Let's discuss something related to this field. From the next time, I will try that I will add some more audios, in fact, videos, and I'll try to, add my voice into it. It's the extension of.
Manisha ji, I think from my understanding, voiceover is something to motivate you when you
Mhm.
feel down. That means it's your inner voice.
No, actually, no. Ideally, it's not. Inner voice is connected to spirituality. Of course, if you want to express that inner voice, then the voice
Yeah.
which is given physically, you
Yeah.
can use that.
So, is it better to use a microphone for voiceover technique
Yes, there are many
since
microphones.
since
Mhm.
I've got nasal issues and maybe some people cannot hear me. Most of the time they will say, teacher,
Mm.
I've come across
Mhm.
not on online trainings but physical. They would ask me to repeat, and that is a setback because
Okay.
uh, I can hear my voice clearly, but they cannot.
Yeah. So we need to choose the mic as per audience, because right now we also, I mean, of course, we are giving training so that other person can understand what we are talking. Clarity of the
So,
words, clarity of the
so,
voice.
so what kind of mic do you recommend? Or
That
did
I
you
will
first
definitely. Okay. Now I need to understand that are you giving this training? This is for training purpose. This is for
training purposes?
recording
That's why I
purpose.
ask you. Yeah.
Okay. And how much is the crowd? I mean, what is the strength of the crowd?
Maybe 15 per class or 15 per workshop.
Are you doing this online or in the classroom?
No, no, it's physical.
Physical. Then the normal mic, I would definitely find out and I'll definitely send it in the group. However, the mic which we are using for public
No,
speaking.
sometimes they use like They
The
put them
collar mic.
yeah,
Hmm,
they
hmm,
conduct this one, and so sometimes it's not very clear. And in
hmm.
whatever they provide, I need to use it. If not, I will
Okay.
be fired from the job. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I can negotiate. But I'm um, maybe the stand-up mic, I would hold hold it and talk. It's
Hmm.
much more
Yes.
better.
Yeah, even if the classroom size is, I mean, it's a good size. I mean, 15 people who are sitting in the big room, then I think the public speaking mic, normally the public speaking mic, is good. I'll find out the brand, I'll find out the dimensions, I'll find out everything, and I'll definitely send it in the group.
Uh,
Sure.
you can get my number from Shabana, and you can send me a
You all are in the
WhatsApp.
group. I will find your number.
I I actually am in the group. You can
Yeah,
just put it in the group
sure. I'll help you. Just
for
give me today's
everybody.
time.
Yeah.
I'll find it out.
Okay.
Even there is a collar mic, even if there is a very small mic, even there is a collar mic for YouTube recording. There are different kinds of mic, and I'll just show you.
Yeah. So there's one more question. Does the voice intonation affect the breathing?
It's a, sorry, affects breathing.
Yeah, when we present something, we have full of emotions. Most of the time is happy emotions, but
Hmm.
10% of the time is sad emotions. Does it affect the breathing?
Yes, it affects. Yes. So therefore, there is, okay. This voice has what different components. There is one practice which is known as diaphragm practice. So voiceover artists, they actually make you to practice so that how to breathe. For example, if even if you're listening any song, any of the songs also, so you will not hear any kind of breathing in that song. If in case, if the voice of the breathing is so high, then you will not enjoy that song. For example, I'll just sing one line. For example, I'll just sing one, bless the Lord, oh my soul. If I will say like this, right, it means that I don't have control on my breathing. It requires a lot of practice, basically,
Yeah,
according to this.
no, some people saying,
Hmm.
since I became a teacher, right? Some people are saying, teacher, can you slow down a bit? I can you like repeat? And it's so like irritating, especially when you use a lot of energy, and practically, especially when you're a laughter yoga teacher, your
Okay.
throat becomes, you laugh and laugh, until your throat becomes moisture, and then they ask you to repeat again, repeat
In
again and
fact,
again.
Rajvin, this happens with me also. That is known as pace. So that other
Pace,
person should actually understand. Pace
P
is speed,
P A
pitch
C
is volume.
P A C
Pace,
E, right? Pace,
yeah,
PACE.
PACE. So they say
That's
that
why
he
in
who
life
talks,
also,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
life also, I'm trying to, with hypnotherapy, I'm trying to go into my own pace. And my hypnotherapist is saying, Kya
Hmm.
yaar, go into your own pace. He's a Baka Punjabi, and he's like, go into your own pace. What is that hustle and bustle all about? I said, my heart is like hustle and bustle, you see. So that's all I wanted to know. And the
Hmm.
pace, and the
Hmm.
breathing, and the how which mic. That's all my
Hmm.
question. Thank you, Shabana, founder.
Mike, definitely I'll help you. In fact, see, for example, we all, even from the school, we all have learned comma. We cannot talk like this, right? Okay, for example, if I'm reading something from here, from my one of the books, okay. So there is a business issue in the field. What is the? I cannot read like this.
Yeah.
There should be some pause, right? or I
So
cannot read very fast. What is it? So this is
maybe
something
it's
very
because of
hard.
my condition, but people must
Mm,
understand. I must explain to them properly that, hey,
mm,
you know what? You employ me
mm,
as a teacher. This is my
mm,
condition. You
mm,
cannot, some of the things you have to understand as an employee.
mm,
You
mm, mm,
cannot expect, you know,
mm.
things cannot change, but I cannot be in the fast pace all the time.
So you
Cannot
can
be in
do one thing. I would
cannot
suggest,
put slow pace all the time. Yeah.
I would request before this interview or before going to for that interview, you can read it out and practice in front of mirror and record your own voice.
No, it's a class. It's a teaching a class.
Yeah.
So
So before, okay, I just want to tell you about something about me. I'm also a trainer, right? You're also a trainer. So when I was in ICICI Bank, I was actually practicing the topic one day before, right? So I knew that the crowd is of 25 people, 25 trainees are there. So I was practicing that topic one day before in front of the mirror. How would I talk? How would I tell them? How would I explain? What should be the volume? Because the classroom is this much. The crowd is 25. So everyone, I want to give attention to each one of them. So I was practicing one day before and record your voice. You're on mute.
no, for example, the thing is, in my case, we have to practice a lot of exercises for different corporations.
Yes,
And
yes, correct.
and tomorrow I have to give an interview with iAuthors Club. I tell
Hmm,
them we meet first, go through the questions, and then
hmm,
interview some other day
hmm.
so that I don't have any any mistakes. I don't have any panic. I don't have anything because I'm a crystal clear speaker, crystal clear
Okay,
teacher, crystal
okay,
clear trainer.
okay.
So that's why the vlogs are happening. So
Right.
anyway, thank you, Manisha, for a good
So much.
session.
Thank you. I will definitely find out Mike and I'll get back to you for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, Manisha ji, you were also talking about mics to be used for podcast. So if you
Yeah, that I'll just show you that I need to just find out on Google. Just give me 1 minute. Mics for podcast because we use it for different purposes. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, every mic has different purposes, right?
Yes. Yeah. For example, I'll just check. I'll share my screen now. Okay. So now it also depends upon what kind of studio you have. For example,
हाँ,
yeah.
यही तो बात
So,
है.
जी, अगर आपका जैसे ये वाला जो है, ये वाला. This is for singing purpose. This one.
Ah, this is what I want. This is what I want for my 40th birthday. Since
Okay.
since I use it a lot, and I have to carry my own mic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, now I'm doing it for Cancer
I was,
Society in Asia.
I was
Mm.
telling you to use the wireless mic. As you said
Yeah,
that
but they are so uncomfortable. I prefer the big ones, and then the
so
mouth.
better if you use this one. This one. This one is better. This one.
This one, right? Mm.
Yes. We need to check all the details, however. So there are
Yeah.
varieties. So there are some of the collar mics are also available.
Well, the mics is like the one in
Yeah.
your shirt, right?
Yes.
But the one
Uh,
in my shirt can the mouthpiece becomes very small, and then
Okay.
as you speak, you get all your saliva inside, and you
Hmm.
need to give back the mic, and people will be annoyed to you. How
Hmm. Hmm.
do you do you overcome that obstacles when when you are delivering so well,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And sometimes the mouthpiece goes off and they can't hear you. They said, can you please repeat, and can you ah
Hmm. Hmm.
that is
So
what
what
I need.
happens? So are you using this kind of mic? Collar mic are you using?
Collar mic here, stand mic here.
Only solution is to keep your mic very close. It happens. आपको या तो वो रिमूव करके अपने हाथ में लेना पड़ेगा and it should be very close.
Unless I tell my caregiver to hold it. Unless I said I
हाँ.
don't wanna earpiece mic anymore. I just need this. Unless
Hmm.
I tell the organization, hey, you
Hmm.
know what? I just need stand. I have to be firm with that organization. I
Hmm.
have this condition which is called cerebral palsy spastic
So,
quadriplegia combined
okay.
with dystonia. So
Okay.
if the thing can automatically drop off from my head, so
Hmm.
I better have the stand mic. Nah?
So this is also a very nice one. See, this is the standing mic. Why? Because as per your
Yeah,
condition, it can be adjusted also.
that is
It
what I
can be
had from.
good. Still, you were facing the same challenge.
Yeah, because I went through different organization.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's like a freelance, not permanent. So
Okay.
I just started being permanent with the Cancer Society Malaysia since the 31st of August, 31st of October.
Okay. Okay. So I would suggest that if you are a freelancer, better you buy your own mic. Better. Okay. This one. Just give me a minute. This one is a very good mic. It's a square shape. Just a minute. I really recommend this. Most of the time, a lot of people during YouTube recording are using this. I'll just show you. This one. This is a wonderful mic. This is a
Uh,
USB professional mini wireless microphone, and you can buy. You can take this mic with you. These,
oh,
I
it's a
would recommend
wireless
this.
mic.
Yes, it is wireless mic. This one. This one.
How
Yeah.
then how do I hold it on the hand?
No, you can again, attach to your collar, but this is more effective. Yeah. Anu, you want to say something?
No, no, just continue. I have some question for you.
Okay. All right. This is a
Should I
very
ask?
good. Yeah, yeah. Please tell me.
I would like to ask one question. Become a voiceover artist. You need to
Hmm.
voice sometimes according to the projects.
Correct.
So, what kind of thing a person can do to just to module his or her voice to raise the standard, the voice if professionally anybody wants to be in that field.
Okay. The first thing is practice. For example, when I met this voiceover artist, he told me basically to practice some advertisements. For example, if I'm listening to any of the advertisement of Cadbury, now what is the script of that Cadbury advertisement? First, I will write down on a piece of a paper. First thing. Second thing is, I will articulate in the same way as that lady is articulating in that advertisement. अगर कैडबरी की एडवर्टाइजमेंट में जिस तरीके से उसको बेचा जा रहा है मुझे भी वैसे ही आर्टिकुलेट करके अपनी आवाज को रिकॉर्ड करना है ये बार 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 प्रैक्टिस करने से मुझे ये पता चल जाएगा कि मेरी वॉइस की क्वालिटी क्या है ये वॉइस की क्वालिटी हैवी है बच्चों वाली है रोमांटिक है उसको पकड़ना पड़ता है बेसिकली जो वॉइस ओवर आर्टिस्ट होते हैं वो आपकी वॉइस सुन के पकड़ लेते हैं कि अब आपकी जो वॉइस है दैट इज मोर अप्रोप्रिएट फॉर एडवर्टाइजमेंट, दैट इज मोर अप्रोप्रिएट फॉर डबिंग, दैट इज मोर अप्रोप्रिएट फॉर रिकॉर्डिंग द वॉइस ऑफ अ चाइल्ड. दिस इज फर्स्ट थिंग. सेकेंड थिंग इज जिंगल. जैसे एडवर्टाइजमेंट में बहुत सारे जिंगल्स होते हैं. जैसे मैं आपको बताता हूँ वॉशिंग पाउडर निरमा, जो गा गा के जो बोलते हैं, दोज आर जिंगल्स. उससे भी पता चलता है. So these are some of the practices which we need to do. And then we need to understand the emotion. What kind of emotion I have? Do I have an angry emotion? Do I have a, very polite emotion? That emotion needs to be catched. और उसके बाद में वो काम शुरू होता है.
Is there any platform available online where we can judge our voice quality or that?
There are two apps that is basically there are two AI apps. One is Suno, another is Bolo.
No, and Bolo.
One is Suno,
Yeah,
another is
Suno
Bolo.
I had. Bolo I didn't know.
Bolo. This I came to know yesterday. Yeah. And in fact, there's one also, one that is for podcast. These are the two apps. This I
Okay.
came to know yesterday.
So as you are trainer, so I would like to ask one more question. That
Hmm.
being an anchor and being a voiceover artist are two different things, because in
Hmm.
anchoring you are facing the public
Hmm.
up front, and in voiceover artist you are recording in the studios.
Hmm.
So as an artist, there is a different level of confidence in front of public and in the studio.
Hmm.
So how to balance your voice, or how to improvise it to generate that confidence? Is there any difference, or is there any kind of special practice for that,
Yes, there
being
is
a
a
professional?
practice. Yes. When you are standing in the front of crowd, that's public speaking. So you are not in the front of camera. You are actually in the front of crowd. So it requires a lot of practice. Like, you can do a lot of mirror work. So what I did earlier, I recorded my own videos. I recorded my own, I have practice in front of mirror. For example, tomorrow I'm going to speak on a topic of anything, global warming, in front of 200 students. So I was actually practicing that script in front of mirror and I was recording my voice because it's a public speaking platform. This is one thing. Second thing, anchoring is again depends upon script. What kind of anchoring is this? Is this a wedding anchoring? Is this a anchoring which you are doing for school? Is this an anchoring which you are doing for any literature program? What kind of anchoring? Again, it has
Okay.
some tips to practice. Yeah. For example, if I am inviting something on stage, someone on stage, I have to be ready with my script. So I'm today inviting the chief minister of this particular state. Please welcome. So this is again script. This is again anchoring. So I need to practice that script. Voiceover is all
Okay.
about you have to face camera and mic, both. On
But in the
television, there
public,
is a camera. Hmm.
forum, I think so, cameras and bikes are there, but there is a different
Cameras.
kind of approaches to be speak over there, because last week I was watching
Yeah.
IPL auction,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the lady who was leading the auction, I was just
Hmm.
looking the way she did the auction. She
Hmm.
was very
Hmm.
stable and accompanied by one of her colleague over there.
Hmm.
The thing she was doing at the platform was very normal manner. So I just thought, yeah, if she can do, anybody can do with a little bit of practice. But still, in that particular forum, you need that confidence to just show up your voice
Absolutely.
quality and personality also.
Correct. Correct. There you will find big cameras, but during the television and audio, there are the cameras which are, very close, and that is in the soundproof environment. Yeah. So that, and there, which you are saying, absolutely, confidence is required. It requires a lot of practice. Lot of practice.
Is there
My
any spiritual practice we can do to just to raise our
Meenu
confidence to
auntie
be?
can tell us.
Please guide us.
Breathing exercises, she can tell us. Or any one of them. Shivana ji can tell us. Uma ji can tell us.
Please, anybody can guide me on this.
So good evening, Manisha. Good
Breathing
evening, Anurag.
exercise.
Very good evening. Very good evening, everyone.
Good to see you both here on this platform.
Thank you
And
so
that was
much.
a very interesting talk, Manisha. It reminded me of my own days when I was also very much interested in it. It's around, I think, almost 30 years back I'm talking about. So I had gone in for a radio jockey course, and they liked my way of presenting and all, but they didn't like my age, so I didn't get selected.
Oh.
So not 30, it is like 20 years back की बात है. So I was already 40 at that time, and they didn't like that. And
Okay.
Anurag, आपको सिखाया हुआ है इतना meditation के बारे में. Go back to your own notes and see how can you meditate, how can you get into the spiritual side. ठीक है ना, तो वो तो and this platform is all about spirituality and meditation, so you can pick up any of our podcasts and learn from there also.
Done.
So
I'll
आज
do.
आज आज सिर्फ वॉइस ओवर की बात हो रही है.
Okay. Okay. All right.
जी.
So, because even I am also exploring this in Indore. It's a growing field. मजा आ रहा है, बहुत मजा आ रहा है इसमें.
Anil, it
बहुत
was very
different,
interesting and really enjoyed my course with them. 15 days का या
हाँ
20
हाँ
days का course था, and I attended it
जी.
and it was real fun. I got to
You
meet a
can try
number of
now also.
celebrities also. अरे
हाँ.
that time they didn't like my age, अब तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं चाहिए चलेगा.
अरे अब तो ओपन हो गया है ना. अब तो बहुत ज्यादा स्कोप है. आप बस आपकी आवाज देखेंगे. अब आपकी एज नहीं देखेंगे. बस आपकी आवाज देखेंगे.
Yes, you can go.
और आप
I'll
वैसे
go.
हाँ
कितने ट्रेन हो गए हो.
Yes.
हाँ हम तो है नहीं, but I
DLR
prefer stay with Shabana
करके आप
only.
ट्रेन हो गए हो.
So I'm there with Shabana only. I don't want to go anywhere else.
Okay.
So now we
Yeah,
will make
thanks.
Minuji's podcasts. Yay!
हाँ. Already making so many of them, Shabana ji. Thanks to you.
I really want to give one name to Shabana ji today. She's an iron lady, iron lady.
Absolutely. Soft iron kind.
Soft iron kind. And today, even we were talking about something, and I said that आपकी convincing इतनी अच्छी है, एक sales module तो आपसे मैं पक्का बनवाऊंगी आपके साथ. पक्का कोई ना कोई sales module किसी ना किसी product का जहां पे हम कुछ बेच सके. So she has really nice convincing skills.
Thank you, Manisha ji, for your appreciation. But I don't know if I have that much convincing power. Only for few.
Yes. Yeah.
Chalo, it was really good. The
Yeah.
session was
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
Shabana ji, over to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you, Raj.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Manisha, for guiding
Thank you
you.
for your
us.
Thank you.
questions, for your interaction. Thanks to everyone. आज
Thank you.
उमा जी
Thank
ने
you.
उमा जी also sings very well. I thought that उमा जी पक्का आज गाएंगी. चलो वॉइस ओवर है तो पक्का एक तो गाना सुनाएंगे.
I
can
normally
wait.
practice voice intonation,
No,
voice
you have to do Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi, if anybody knows Ujjayi, that helps.
I'll find out.
Yeah, and Singhasan. You know, Singhasan in
lion
yoga.
laughter.
Oh,
Lion.
It's very good.
oh, अच्छा.
Also, if you eat, make
Almonds.
a pound elaichi and long, make a powder
Hmm.
of it and
Hmm.
have it with a little honey. Lata Mangeshkar used to have it.
Oh, that's a wonderful tip.
Yeah, she used to
Can
have
you repeat again? Can you repeat again?
इलायची और लौंग का पाउडर.
Okay.
हाँ, maybe in equal quantities. उसको कूटिए कूट के उसका पाउडर बना के तो उसको मतलब बना के रख सकते हैं और फिर उसको थोड़ा सा शहद जरा सा मिला के उसके साथ चाटें.
Okay.
Keep your throat, good. No achar, nothing ever.
Okay. Okay.
No oils, ना
You were
अचार
saying-
वाला तेल बहुत खराब है.
I hope it helps also male voice.
Uma ji, question. Answer quick.
हाँ, sorry.
If it
Uh,
helped to Lata ji on that time, I hope it also helps for the any male voice just to
हाँ हाँ, मेल
improve.
फीमेल का कोई थोड़ी लेना देना. The
Voice is
spices
voice.
don't say कि मैं हूँ, मैं मेल हूँ, मैं मेल के पास जाऊंगा, मैं फीमेल हूँ, मैं सबके लिए है, सबके लिए. गला गला
Voice
ही है.
is voice. बिल्कुल
I just
बिल्कुल.
want
Voice
to
is
add
voice.
ingredient for that.
This is Ujjayi pranayam. It's given on YouTube
Yeah,
also.
Ujjayi is good. It also
Okay.
helps with the thyroid.
Oh wow,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Great. Awesome. देखिए कहाँ से कहाँ पहुंच गई चीजें. मैंने तो बस उमा जी का एक सॉन्ग सुना था जब हम 15th अगस्त को थे. आई रिमेम्बर दैट वी एक्चुअली सैंग.
तब हमारा कुछ और था सीन.
अच्छा. ओके. ऑलराइट.
maybe we should plan another day of Antakshari, then Uma ji will see.
Yeah, that has to be on 1st of Jan, ना नया साल.
हाँ.
ओह
या
हम लोग भी
तुम्हारे
आएंगे.
बर्थडे पे शबाना, तुम्हारा बर्थडे कब है?
February में आएगा वो तो, but
What
January
day?
8th.
हाँ ग्रेट. तुम्हारा 8, मेरा 15.
अरे वाह.
एक्वेरियंस, 2 एक्वेरियंस है यहाँ.
And what
Awesome.
about Raj?
24th of June.
Okay. So
And
Auntie
yours,
Meena,
Manisha?
mine is 28th March.
Okay,
Wow.
great. Aries.
Aries. Yeah.
Aries.
We're having an astrology session.
Oh, yes. Even Anurag is there. His birthday is on 30th of June. There are 3 people from
Oh,
June.
are they all Geminis or Leos?
Leos.
Cancer.
Cancer.
Cancerians.
Cancer. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, no, it's always Cancer.
Yeah.
That's why I think I'm emotional, and that's why
Yeah,
the
June
voice.
is Gemini also, right? No. End of the June, I think.
Yeah. It is
Initial
Cancer.
part of the June.
Vinny is
No, Auntie must be
August.
Gemini.
Gemini is last 20th, which is I am.
Okay.
21st से Cancer शुरू होता है.
Good job.
I'm on the cusp.
We always behind you.
Yeah.
20.
You all are your disciples, yes, we always behind you.
Awesome. So on first, Umaji, we will look forward to listening your song.
Yeah,
अभी
sure.
अभी
So
Great.
a
अभी
काम
से
करते हैं. We still have 1 month. So in every podcast, we'll definitely announce this at the end of the podcast. Kindly
Yes.
prepare yourself with loads of songs for Antakshari, which is on 1st of January. And
शबाना
everybody's participation is required.
या शबाना जी अभी से फ्लायर बना दो.
Yes, that's a good idea. And I'll circulate it. Awesome. Great. So, thank you. Thank you, Manisha ji. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank
see
Thank
you all.
you.